This is my time, I've waited long enough. I'm taking my moment, don't matter how it was. No regrets, no matter how hard it gets. I'm going for greatness. Going for greatness. Yeah. Here I go, here I go, here I go now. Blast off, about to leave the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm gone. But don't blink, you might miss it. Mode set to launch. Higher, 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 higher. Kicking and smoking, spitting fire. Do what you will, call me a liar. Don't believe me, look in my eye. Better suit up for a showdown. Give me that kingdom, hand me my crown. This is my time, I've waited long enough. I'm taking my moment, don't matter how it was.
What's up, guys? Welcome back, man. So we finally got us a good weekend to go racing. We ain't been over a month. I-22's having, I believe, one of the biggest races I've seen them have. They're paying $7,500 to win tomorrow. But we're going tonight, going to run a shootout tonight. If you remember Will Canterbury, who drove the 70 for us last year. You know, we sold the 70 not too long ago. But Will went and bought him his own car. This will be the first time out with it tonight. And it's a 66 Mustang. It's a nice car. It's got a big block Ford in it. Really don't know what it's gonna run. Really know what it's gonna do. So we're excited to see what that car is gonna do tonight. Hopefully it does good, goes straight. So maybe he can race tomorrow. If not, we're going back to I-22 next weekend. They have another Friday night deal next weekend, and we'll test again next weekend with it. But I'm gonna run a shootout tonight. Hopefully we can do some good. Last shootout we run in July, we didn't really do no good. Went out first round. I've changed oil on the car, changed spark plugs, took some preload out of it, swapped the rear tires. That's about it. Run the valves, everything was good there. So she should be ready to go. We're gonna leave this afternoon and go see what we can do. Hopefully we can, I want to win tonight, but also I really want to win tomorrow. Get our first win of the year, hopefully. So let's go see what we can do. right, so let's talk about Fridays for just a second before we get into Saturday. Yeah, nothing really went good Friday. So I kind of struggled with the tree. Something I did get figured out, but different tracks, the speed of the tree is a little different from when you're fully staged to that first light coming on. That first light coming on is when I let off the trans brake, which is my reaction time. So that I've never had I-22 have a slow tree. They've usually had a pretty quick tree. Some other tracks I've been to have had slow trees, like Holly Springs has had a slow tree before, I know. At the bottom of the ticket you get, it kind of shows it will show the speed of the tree or how the tree's set up. They did put a new timing system in this year, so it's that AccuTime system that a lot of tracks have. But Friday night, the tree was faster in time trials than it was in eliminations. I've never seen them have that slow of a tree. So it just caught me off guard, especially in time trials where I was 499 and then 13. And then we went in the first round and it seemed like it took forever for that bulb to come on. And I was 30, but I ended up getting the win anyways. And then still didn't really wrap my head around it. Being a slow tree, went up there and was freaking 60, second round. And still could have won. The other guy was not as bad, but he was still 45. And I was supposed to rip it one time with my power cone, and I didn't do it. And we both broke out, and I broke out worse because I never lifted like I was supposed to. So I just made a dumb mistake at the finish line and just sucked on both ends of the track Friday. But we also got to make a pass with Will's car. So I'll show y'all that right now. All right, so we only got to make one pass. On that pass, I'm guessing that on the return road or whatever, he lost oil pressure. That's a dry sump motor, so it's got an external oil pump that's belt driven, and the belt broke and started messing with the oil pump, and it had a bad spot in it, which we're thinking what caused the belt to break. But just making that one pass, we know we got some changes to make for that car. It's making a good bit of power for a ladder bar car, and with the rear end gear it's got in it, it's got a 513 gear. Going back and watching that video in slow-mo, when it leaves, it slams the wheelie bars to the ground, and that causes it to pick the rear of the car up, and it just left really violently, and we got to do something about that. And then it didn't look like it drove very well, but Will did get out of it 3 times. And it's still running 574. So it'll probably be pretty fast once we get it straightened out. It really smashed the tire too. So I started at 8 pounds of air pressure. That's what I run, is 8 pounds. That car should weigh around the same as what I'm weighing. But I just didn't know. So next time we get out, we'll run more air pressure. We already changing the gear in it. Will's already got a 456 coming to put in it, which should hopefully calm it down a good bit on the launch. Changing the rear springs on the shocks, putting a stiffer spring on it. I think the rear end gear will help a lot. So hopefully we can get it calmed down. Only left at 3,000 RPM. But it just slammed them wheel bars to the ground and upset the rear end. It just unloaded the rear end when it did that. But he's found some other issues with it. once he's took the tires off and the brakes off and taking that rear end gear out, and just, I mean, that car, it's gonna be a really good car. I think it just needs some things changed on it to do what we're doing. Don't know why the people who built it put a ladder bar car, built a ladder bar car with that big of a motor, with that much of a gear in it. I don't know what they planned on doing with it, but it ain't gonna work with what we're doing. So we're changing some stuff, trying to get it going in the right direction. I believe the converter is loose enough. It flashed like 6500. So I think we're going in the right direction with it, and we'll make these changes and try it again. But going back to the tree deal, on Saturday, which y'all are about to see, they had the tree the same all day, time trials and eliminations, and it was a slow tree. I've always struggled with a slow tree because when I'm on that button, I'm ready to get off of it. You know, I'm ready to go. That's why I like a quick tree. It's hard to hold that button there when you're waiting on that light to come on, and you'll mess up and miss it, or try and mess up and anticipate it or whatever. Because it seemed like forever in the car for that light to come on. So like every round, I was pretty much telling myself, all right, it's gonna be a little bit, just wait on it. Just trying to make myself ready for it. And it seemed to work out. So y'all check out Saturday. All right, so yeah, we had a lot better luck Saturday. I wanted to win that race really bad, especially when I got the 4 cars. I really wanted to win that race. It was a good bit of money on the line, a nice check. It was my buddy Kevin and Brandon's race that they were putting on. I really was wanting to win that, and I screwed up. That 4 cars are freaking dialed the same. Me and this other car are dialed the same, 592. The car has been on a 59, a low 90, mid to low 91 for the last, 3, 4, 5 passes, and I've been dialing 92 and ripping it at the mile power cone to kill what I was holding. And that's the same thing I did there. And I freaking let go, hit my bump down one time, and was 498 red. And I got 4th out on my bumps, so I would have been 002. And what makes it even worse is that guy broke after he left the line. So all I had to do was go down there and lift. And I would have known pretty quickly that something wasn't right because he wouldn't have been next to me like he was supposed to have been. But once I went red, I wasn't even looking for him. So, but it would have been an easy win to get to the finals. But it just didn't work out that way. And I'd gotten in a rhythm of hitting my bump down a couple rounds before when I actually didn't really need to hit it. The one round it probably really helped me was against Brandon, Anthony. We were both 007 on the tree, and I did hit it there, so that actually made me a 007. I was actually 11. And it was a really close race. He got in front of me by 1 thou, but he broke out 2 thou worse than me. I broke out by 1 thou, he broke out by 3. So it was a super close race. I just went down there and did my 1 rip. I saw him coming up on me because he's a little bit faster than I was, and I knew it was going to be close. So I just did my 1 rip because I knew I was holding to try and put it dead on. I was 1 thou off, but he also broke out. So I got that win, which put me in the semis there, then I go on to screw up. But it was still a good, a great weekend. My dad was there. Jessica and the girls were there. It was super nice outside. It was a good crowd. It was about 80 cars. It was a good weekend. We split the money up a little bit at 8 cars. They ended up getting $1,000 for being in the semis, so that was good. So I've actually won a little bit of money this year now, so still haven't won a race, but maybe we can change that this coming weekend if I get to go. But car was awesome. Like, it was on a 91 or 92 all day long. It was really good. That one flat preload we took out helped it a ton. Like, I don't think it's ever drove that good. It's always somewhat left and then went to the left a little bit. It's always done that for a long time. And we took one flight of preload out of it, and it was straight as an arrow when it picked the wheels up. Like, I don't even have to turn the steering wheel. Like, it's straight. And I think that really helped the 330. It stacked 60 foots all day long. 120, low 128 all day long, 60 foot. The 330 was very good. She didn't vary 3 or 4 thousandths for a while until we got later in the rounds. Then it picked up a little bit, but it was really good. I was really, really impressed, really happy with the car. It's probably the most consistent it's been in a while. And I'm probably gonna say the preload helped it, and the weather was really, really good too, really consistent. Weather wasn't really jumping around a whole lot, which helps. But we had a good weekend, man. I'm ready to go again. You know, I hadn't got the race very consistently this year, and I want to get me a win for this year's over with. So hopefully we can do that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Hopefully we'll get to go again this weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next one.